significant utilization, I don't know why we would want to do that if we are going to concentrate on all of our athletic facilities to be at one central site. And if basically if there should be a walkway, I would think that the town of Hamlin would put the walkway in, because this is not just for the students, it would be for the community.
Right, that was the original scope, I thought, was a ADA compliant hiking walking trail from Lincoln County High School and connect to properties of Lions Field and downtown area. And the scope of the project cannot change, which means, the way I understand it, we can't take this money and say we're going to put it in an athletic field.
I understand
We
that.
can't do anything with the money except stay within the scope of the original project.
I understand that.
Okay, so, but right now, someone told me that there was like 20 kids a day walking around that curve. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but there are children every day. It'll take us several years to get the fields built and the facilities. We're still gonna have kids walking year after year around that curve.
But what I'm saying is,
And we don't have any money sunk in it yet.
well, if it's a safety concern, if it is a safety concern, then I'm sure that it would have already been addressed by Mr. Roach. Am I correct? Because of busing. I think currently, right now, if you are going to practice, and I think that's what most children do after they leave Lincoln County High School, those children, they actually get on the bus and they go to the football field. Now, the people in the community, the people that do live in the community, they also would get on a bus as well. But as far as people that are just leaving the high school and walking to Hamlin, you know, there are buses there on campus that take those children home.
Do we have children who walk to school?
I don't,
Not to my knowledge.
no, I don't think so.
They have buses to take those children.
Not,
But
we did
if-
last year.
But if that is an area of concern, I think that Mr. Roach and the principal could actually mandate those children to ride the bus, because those buses are there for the safety of the children, if that is the issue. I don't think that we need to sink $100,000 or more, because we don't even know how much a bridge or how much it would cost for this. So I think it would be a moot point to do that.
Bridge, I think, I agree with you, the way this reads, the bridge is probably a moot point.
Cool.
But I think there may be other options here available for the use of the money. The $100,000 grant is not our money, okay? The $20,000 or $25,000, I've never quite understood. County Commission here, he says it has deposited $20,000. So now we're into $120,000 of funds that we could use to improve.
And I'm trying to remain neutral in the
Well,
discussion, but I will say this, so.
I
what
don't
he-
have that paper that you have.
What he just
I
said.
was alluding to the bridge.
Yeah, and I want to say something that might help.
I agree with the bridge,
Well,
but I mean,
It is probably discretionary money, where the money's coming from. If that is true,
if that is true.
if that is true, then we might try to get discretionary money, other and money, instead of putting it on this, kind of like, you know how you can go to the SBA too many times and say, don't come back. We might, if you drop this, we might pursue discretionary money for a football facility, is what I'm saying. When he said discretionary money, that's what I heard in his thoughts were. In other words,
Is it discretionary money?
That-
It says here, the scope can't change, and Mr. Smith told me we could not use it to
that's
put
not
on.
what I mean. If I ask you for a favor this year, and then I want this money, some more money for the football field, then you may not say, I'm sorry, you have to wait, because we already gave you money for a bridge.
But this is the Federal Highways Administration, this is not the SBA.
Well, I know, I just used my.
Okay, I mean,
They're asking us to match that and probably even more. And even if we have sidewalks, they're wanting us to agree to maintain those sidewalks from now on.
Let me ask you something, I might be able to help out here and use, for the next meeting, is just simply ask, get specific and ask the question about the sidewalk, go to the Mayor of Hamlin, ask the mayor about this situation, and then come back to the board meeting with some more information.
Because you know, with what I'm hearing is, if you actually do away with the bridge, it's gonna change the scope. So you're not gonna get the money anyway.
That's the way I understand.
It would be a.
That's not how he presented
That's not
it
the way
to
that's
me.
presented.
But if it says that the change of the scope, and that is in the scope, then that means it's changed.
But the bottom line is, even if you build a football facility, that's not gonna stop kids from
That's
walking
exactly right.
down the road.
But let me check on and get a
Football field,
couple,
not a problem.
let me get some
Right.
clarification, because, you know, we might keep discussing this, but I can find out exactly if we are still open, they're still open to the sidewalk only, not the bridge, because I think we all have consensus that we can't match up. Second thing is, if that is true, that we can do the sidewalks with this money, then I'd go to Town of Hamlin to see if they can help us or take over and help us with the sidewalk where they take responsibility for it
I think that's a
instead of
good idea.
us. That way everybody gets,
Yeah, you know, because it would be for the town of Hamlin. I mean, we're not building a walkway for the community of Hamlin. We would build a walkway for the children of Lincoln County High School. But right now, I don't think there is a need.
Well, whenever I get a chance, I'd like to speak quick.
Go ahead.
I respectfully disagree on this safety issue. I too, unfortunately, believe that the bridge issue, we're not going to have a walk bridge, which I think was going to be advantageous not only to Lincoln County High School, but to Hamlin and to Lincoln County for a lot of reasons. This project, if those people who were present when it was initially awarded and all, they would have seen everybody from Congressman Ray Hall to everybody there. This wasn't just a high school issue. This was an issue that was going to benefit not only Lincoln County High School, but also the town of Hamlin and Lincoln County. It would enhance it in many ways. As far as the high school, I wholeheartedly agree that we need to go after athletic facilities. But I read continuously about parking problems there. You need to work cooperatively, where you could have, this would be a way where if we did have football fields and we had parking problems, they could park in the Lions Club or vice versa. But as far as, you know, the options are still here. They're still going to pursue this option or possibility of pursuing the option across the road. But as far as student and pedestrian traffic along Route 3, that is a safety issue. If you don't think the kids come in late at school from getting up and don't make the bus and have to get to school, then you need to walk out there sometime and just watch them, because they go back and forth. Kids leave the high school during the day without any way home. They walk into Hamlin. I mean, this happens all the time. If you will talk to the vendors there in the curb, they will tell you the number of people who walk by there. It's not just the dogs. It's everybody. So this has been worrisome to me for a long time. My main priority all along has been the safety of students, of trying to minimize the distance that they have to walk along that roadway. So I respectfully disagree about the safety thing. Mr. Roach and now Mr. Linville, they can surely do a lot of things for student safety as far as walking there. They can't control everybody. And we can give you numerous instances of people who told us about hazardous activities that have almost happened. As far as this money here, I asked Dana about this, and it was specifically Department of Transportation money. Can't be, the implication, even in a newspaper article, is this money could be used somewhere else. Well, that's not true. Now, what Mr. Roach is implying here, I think, is that should this money not be used, maybe that some other monies might be used in the future in lieu of it. But to think that this money can be transferred to something else, it cannot be done. These are for walkways and bridges. That's what this money is for in the Department of Transportation. Remember, this went from one type of money and it was transferred over to another type of grant. So it can't be used in that way.